All right, guys, so it is the day after my 63rd birthday. So I'm 63, and it is incredibly hot today. It's like a little bit over 90 degrees. And yesterday on my birthday, Ian and I practiced ollies in the driveway for probably 2 hours, and man, I'm trashed. And this week I've had 5 like bone bruising, soul crushing falls on my right hip. So my hip right now has probably got a knot on it the size of a cantaloupe and a bruise on it the size of like a Chinese buffet plate. So I'm really not wanting to fall on anything today, but we're getting ready to go on vacation for a week, and so I want to come out and skate a little bit. I had to bring my son here into town, so I'm at Winston-Salem today, where Seth and I came last week on Skate Fest Day. So I'm going to skate around a little bit and just see what I can do out here today. Probably not a whole lot, but I'm just maybe try a rock to fakie on some of these ramps and just see what happens. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's do a few drop-ins, some axle stall drop-ins, and then I think I'll do a rock to fakie on one of these slant walls and see what that feels like. I'm going up there on that coping, man. It's sketchy today. I'm kind of hurting, and it's more sketchy than I wanted it to be. So let's just do a few drop-ins first to get warmed up. A couple axle stalls, get that out of the way, and let's do it. All right, we got 5 regular. I actually caught my board on the way up there a couple times, so that's a first. Let's do some axle stall drop-ins, and then I'm gonna go over on one of the slant walls and do some kind of rock to fakies on the top of that. We'll see what happens here today. I said I'm pretty hurting. I don't feel like pushing too hard, but I may at least get the front wheels over the coping here and see what that feels like. So let's do a few axle stall drop-ins and then move over to the slant wall. All right, so I think I got 5 of those. I actually caught my board on the way up a couple times. That's new. So we're gonna come over here to this slant wall and do some, I don't know, rock to fakie, just wheels over the top and back down on this guy right here. So we'll come up, put the wheels up here and go back down. It's kind of crazy back there. I just have to, just have to kind of move out of the way. So yeah. The breeze is blowing a little bit, so it's cooled it down to only about 90. So it's pretty comfortable out here, but let's give this a try and see what we got. All right, there's 5 up there. I gotta admit, they felt less than stellar, but let's see what we got here, and maybe just try to get the coping over the trucks. Trucks over the coping, and and see what that's like. But let's get some water because it is hot. Let's get some water first. All right, so I'm just gonna do a few fakies up near the coping here on this wall real quick and see what that feels like, and then see what it feels like to just kind of come up and put my wheels over it. And yeah, we'll go from there. All right, so that's a few up near the coping. Now let's go put our wheels over the coping, see what that feels like. I know it will actually roll over this because I've rolled the wheels on it, but it's just, I don't know, it's a mental thing. I've just got to try to get over it and see what that feels like. So let's just get the trucks over it a couple times and see what that feels like. Here we go. All right, there's a few getting the wheels over the coping, and man, oh, it's a little scary to think about coming back down. All I can think about is falling on my hip, but I got to overcome that fear at some point. I don't know if it'll be today because like I said, I'm hurting, and the heat kind of makes me not want to push too hard. But let's keep going, skating a little bit around. I got to let my camera cool because it's in the sun and it's burning up. These GoPros will overheat pretty quick, so I'm just going to put this back in the shade, skate around a little bit, and decide what I'm going to do about coming back down. All right, so let's drop in on this wall. It's a pretty big one. Let's see how the transition is on it. It's good 5.5 feet. So let's drop in on it and just see what that feels like. All right, so that's not terrible. It's just the transition when you come in off of this thing, either on the inlines or the skateboard, coming on to these, like these fun boxes, these pyramids, that transition right there, that is just a harsh transition. The other day on the inlines, man, it just about threw me forward every time I hit it. So the ones on the big ones over here in the corners, or even this one, the big wall like this, it's got a really nice smooth transition at the bottom. So you can see that's a much nicer transition. And the back wall back there where I did those rock to fakies. So, oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so hot. But yeah, that was fun, and I'm gonna mess around a little bit more and see about that rock to fakie, if I've got nerve to do that or not. We'll see. All right, guys, before I roast, I think I'm ready to maybe try to get my wheels over the coping and come back down when the rock to fakie. So let's go see if I can do it. Oh my gosh, I'm burning up, but let's try it. Oh, all right, guys, that was scary as crap, but got it done. I got 5 or 6 good ones and fell on my other hip, so it's not hurting. Then fall on my bad hip. So yeah, God, I really wish we had a wall like this at our park, but we don't, which is why I came here today. I was hoping I could get this today. So not a bad start to 63, and it's just been hot. I'm probably going to call it a day and head back home pack. We're going on vacation next week in Tennessee at my mother-in-law. So hopefully Seth and I will get a chance to skate at the Knoxville skate park. We're going to be pretty close to there, and that looks pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I'll get some good footage from that on the skateboard and the skates. And but we're going to call it a day. Yeah, first full day skating at 63, feeling good, burning up. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate the comments as always. And yeah, just see you on the next one.